Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm wanting to talk about the videos I'm making, right? So I'm out there hunting these cryptids down. Now the majority of my life I've spent outside, hiking, camping, training, stuff like that. I've just been outside. And in being outside, I've had a lot of these, these cryptid type encounters. I've had rocks thrown at me. I've heard the knocking on trees, the screaming, stuff like that. And it's really put a fire in me to go out there and hunt them down with the camera. Because I've always been out there, but not recording. I've just been out there. So now, I'm like, no, I'm going to go out there and record. So that's what I'm doing. Growing up, we've all heard the legends, right? Bigfoot and Mothman and stuff like that. I was always, not that I didn't believe in Bigfoot, for example, but, it's like I've never seen China. I've never been to China, but it doesn't make it any less real. So I've always been open to it. And that's how I am with a lot of this stuff. I'm open to it until it's actually proven or disproven. I'm kind of either way. But what really sealed the deal for me, for Bigfoot anyways, and a couple other ones actually, I'm at my friend's house and we're going hiking. So we're back in the woods, we're hiking, doing whatnot, and we just take a knee, catching our breath. It's dark at this point, and all of a sudden we hear walking all around us. So we light the area up. We don't see anything. Turn our lights off, sit a little bit. Then all of a sudden a rock comes flying out of the darkness from behind us and lands in front of us. And at that point, it sealed the deal for me, thinking, okay, yes, this guy or girl or whatever, is real. So we left, got back home. And, that put a real fire in me to go out there and film this stuff. Like I said, I'm already out there. But instead of just being out there, now I'm out there tracking them down. So if you watch my last video, me and my buddy were out there hiking, camping, whatnot. Now, we was hunting down these feral people. I've always heard this legend. I never put stock in this one too much because, feral people, crazier things have happened. That is true. There's uncontacted tribes all through the Amazon. So I'm thinking, maybe. So we're out there. I wanted it to be about a 30-minute video, but it's about 8 minutes, and I'll explain why. So I wanted it to be, us hiking out in the woods, us making camp, looking at the river, just having a good time. I'm trying to work on my cinematic shots, thinking this is going to be a nice, outdoor boy style YouTube video. Well, when we're out there, I come across these tracks, I'm thinking, ooh, where we're at is in the middle of nowhere. And these are barefoot tracks. And where they're leading to, or leading from, I should say, there's nothing for miles. So, using some previous skills, I got my camo on, I got my face paint, and I started tracking. Now, I tracked it down to this camp, right? Now, I don't know what this camp was. There was like a deer skull shrine, things hanging from trees. Don't know what any of it meant. But I was like, I probably should leave. So I did. And I finally made it my way back to our camp. Now at this point, it's pretty dark. It is too dark to film. You can barely see anything. It's just moonlit woods, right? So he's in his tent. I'm in my tent. We just bed down for the night. And you know what, man? We'll pick the camera up and we'll start filming more tomorrow. Because, granted, we was out there to find and hunt these things down. But, like I said, I didn't put much stock in this one. I'm like, let's just see. Well, a little while later, we're laying down. He's in his bed. I'm in mine. All right, I just closed my eyes too. And I heard this extremely deep, guttural, demon growl. It started behind his tent. Now, how he's positioned, his tent's here, my tent's here, my head's here. And the growl started here, and it's making its way behind my tent. Now, I always have my rifle with me, because especially when we're outside. Because where we are, there are documented bears, wild pigs, big cats, wolves, coyotes, all kinds of stuff. And you just never know. So, that growl starts coming and it's moving behind our tents. It gets to my tent. I grab my rifle. Now, I don't want to kill anything, but I'm not going to get mauled if I can help it. So I grab my rifle and I sit up as quietly as I can. And I look behind my tent, and probably, 5-10 meters away is this black silhouette in the dark. I don't know what it was, but it looked at me, started growling, and moving towards me. So I popped the round off in the air, trying to scare it off. Thinking I'm going to hit it with a warning shot, just in the air, hopefully it scares it off. If not, I'll take care of business. But thankfully, it did. It scared it off, and it left. And at that point, I knew we probably shouldn't be here. I stumbled upon whatever that was. I don't know if I made something or someone mad, and they followed us back to our camp. So we packed up our gear and we left. And that's why the video is short. So I'm thinking, dang, we actually stumbled upon something, but that's a good thing. That's why we're out there. And it's given me even more motivation to keep going back out there, because, that's one more down. And, oh man, I'm thinking of this other story. So my dad's friend sent him a picture he got from his friend. This was probably 10 miles from my house, and here's the picture. I'll put it on the screen now. So this is, I don't know what to call it. Now the Cherokee have a legend of, I think they call it like the demon hound or something like that. I'll put what it's actually called up on the screen. But this was taken by a middle-aged farmer on a tractor about 10 miles from my house. And this is another one, thinking this is a Cherokee legend that we've all heard growing up here, and bam, it's actually here with a pretty good picture, and it's described exactly how it's described is exactly what the picture looks like. And this is just another reason I'm going out here. Now I might talk with my buddy, and next time we go out we try and track this one down, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with a hellhound, because no. But yeah, so that's really the reason. This is the reason I'm doing these types of videos, because I've experienced them so much. I'm thinking I want to capture on video and share my experience, but also, they say, curiosity killed the cat, right? So for my personal satisfaction, I want to go out there and see if I can find these things. But I don't want my channel to be just this. I want it to be more than this. Yes, I want to be a cryptid hunter, but also, I want to show, my hiking, my camping, my hunting, and, potentially product reviews. I've already done one. It was a crappy video, but I just wanted to see if anybody would watch that, to know if I should do more. Because if you're anything like me, I like to watch a bunch of videos of people testing and reviewing gear before I buy it, because I don't want to be out in the field, start to use this gear and it break. So I want to start doing that, and potentially other things. I don't want to just be, locked in on one thing, because that gets boring after a while. So I'm going to get out of here. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments. I will answer them the best I can. I'll make a video on it. I love interacting with people. And because another thing about this channel, I really want to build a community or find a community of like-minded people who've had similar experiences. That way we can, share our experiences and share our techniques for whatever we're doing, whether it's hunting, hiking, camping, cryptid hunting, or even product reviews, So I'm going to get out of here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. And I'm going to keep coming back with more videos. I'm not going to stop, because I love this. I'll catch you guys next time.